Editing silly. I will be saying the C word a lot and I will be making cuts to it. I did not think that I would say the C word this much, and I am very sorry for how much I said it. I was just trying to get my point across. Restart this whole recording. Okay, hi, I'm Silly, and today I'll be talking about how racism is bad. No, not that. Well, yes, that, but how. Hi, editor Silly here. I did not mean to say what I said, so I muted it, but basically I'm talking about how whitewashing of people is bad. Whitewashing in the sense, like, not of, like, characters and stuff, like, in the sense of actual people. So, I will be talking about my experience and then later getting into, like, how that's bad for everyone as a community, like, as people of color. I really have a lot of other people to go based off of, just mainly one person that I know of off the top of my head, which is my best friend. I will, like, just as a little disclaimer, my fan is on. It's kind of hot in my room, and I will also be messing with my hand fan because I really like hand fans, and who doesn't like messing with hand fans? All right, let's get into it. I've experienced this basically, like, since I gained consciousness. I would say around 4, maybe a little bit older, but I'm still experiencing this now, like, as a teenager. But basically, I've always experienced people telling me I speak proper, I dress white, I sound white. I've actually been told one time when I was on a Discord call with someone that they didn't know I was black until I turned my camera on. Up until recently, I have not, like, felt any type of way. Like, obviously, I felt a little bit uncomfortable, upset, like, because it's just, like, that's one of, like, it's like stab in the chest to most black people or people of color being told that. And to me, I just never really thought much of it because I just didn't really understand it that much growing up. But now, like, it's gotten sort of harder for me, especially with, like, I'm a teenager, I'm going through hormones, like, obviously self-doubt, self-hatred, stuff like that. And I also have depression, so sucks all the way around. Recently, I've been having depressive episodes, and, like, that really leads to self-hatred and, like, really bad self-hatred, insecurities, misanthropy, I think that's how you pronounce the word. And for me, this has gotten so bad to the point that I've started developing internalized racism. Like, I started hating my skin, I started hating certain facial features of mine that, like, are black. I started hating my hair, which is why I cut it. No one's ever seen, well, not no one, but no one on YouTube so far has seen my hair before I cut it. Maybe I'll put a video or something before I cut it, just to point out, like, how much I hated my hair. And also, I've been, like, really strict on straightening my hair, and since I've been depressed, I can't straighten my hair or blow dry it and wash it and stuff like that. So it's just been curling up, getting mad and stuff like that. You know, if you're black and have, like, 4C hair, I'm not quite sure what type of hair mine is, but I would say around 4C. It's terrible in these trenches. I never really grew up, like, knowing how to take care of my hair, so I just did whatever and hoped for the best. But back on track. I developed internalized racism so bad to the point I hated being black. I hated waking up looking at my skin. I hated, like, looking into a mirror and seeing a black girl. Like, it's times were tough. This has gotten so bad for me, like, to the point I've cut my hair, to the point I've, like, really stopped trying to look in the mirror, to the point I've just been really upset. Earlier, not too long before I was recording this, like, it's what inspired me to record this, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine because I was watching this TikTok, and it was, like, a girl wanting more weird black friends, and she was like, I don't want to be friends with a coon or something like that. And then it made me think, am I a coon? Because I don't really have that many friends anymore. And, like, when I did have friends, I had, like, at least 1 or 2 black friends, and the rest were, like, of other races. Now, I only have a few friends that I talk to. 1 Mexican, like, 2, 3, like, mainly white friends. And, like, then I started thinking, am I a coon? Like, do people think I'm a coon? Do my siblings see, like, do they look at me and think I'm for the people I'm friends with? So I texted my white friend, like, I love this guy, to the moon and back. To him, oh my God, please tell me, like, he doesn't know, he didn't know what this word meant. I just brought this word to him randomly because, like, he's that one friend where, like, you're randomly freaking out and you have no, like, you're just freaking out and you're like, yo, am I not? You're freaking out and you have to tell someone. So, like, he's that friend to me. So I went to him and I was like, dude, am I, like, he didn't know what this word meant. So he was obviously confused. So I explained it to him and he was like, no, you're not a joke to me or anything. No, I don't, like, see you like that. And I had to explain to him, I've experienced, like, whitewashing or being told that I'm whitewashed all throughout my life. So it was quick for me to think that I was. So I explained it to him. I explained what the word meant and, like, stuff like that. He was like, no, you're not. It's just, like, I told him that I was insecure about being black. Well, and he was like, no, it's just your insecurities and your internalized racism, and, like, you're fine, you're good, there's nothing wrong with you. I was like, oh, okay, cool, thanks, I love you so much. And yeah, now I'm making this video. So that's my part of why, like, telling someone that they're whitewashed and stuff like that is horrible. Like, onto, like, dipping into what my best friend goes through. She's Mexican, and obviously no matter what race you are, unless you're white, you experience someone telling you that you're whitewashed. So in her experience, she's, like, had a couple friends and even family tell her that, like, oh, you don't listen to Mexican music, you don't like Mexican music, you're whitewashed, stuff like that. Which, again, I've experienced. I know how she feels. And I was so glad to know that she felt the same, because I've never in my life met anybody who experienced whitewashing, like, being, like, you know what, I'm just gonna say whitewashing. But I've never met anyone in my life who's experienced whitewashing the way I have. And it just genuinely felt so nice to, like, feel connected, but at the same time, it made me realize that it's not only happening in my specific community, like the black community, it's happening with other people of color. And I know this isn't some, like, grand eyes opening thing that's happening. Like, it's just, it feels different when it's happening right in front of your face. And it's just, like, it's mind-boggling. Especially, like, to me it was. Next topic. This can be hurtful to not just the person who's experiencing it, but it can be hurtful and harmful to the entire community. Because not only is, like, if you are telling someone that they're whitewashed and you're enforcing that on them, like, you're saying, oh, you're whitewashed, you talk proper, you're so white, oh my God, da 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 da, this and that, you're just participating in restating racism. You're not helping it. You're just helping it grow within the community. And not only are you harming yourself, but you're harming others. And, like, I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the best putter of words, but you are just reinforcing what white people have, like, been pushing onto us for years and years and years. And unfortunately, I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon. And I wish it, like, could just be over in a blink of an eye, a snap. But no, my goal is, like, of life is to spread kindness, understanding, positivity, and stuff like that to anyone, especially people of color and people who, like, receive discrimination. People of color, people who are in the LGBTQ community, people who are disabled, all of that stuff. So if you can, please try and lift up your fellow person. And yeah, like, if you do participate in whitewashing someone or, like, stuff like that, I surely, like, I don't wish anything bad upon you, but I do really wish and hope that you receive the help that will, like, the help and the stuff that you need to finally see that you're not helping anyone, and you joking around is actually harming someone more than it is getting laughs. This is a topic I feel very strongly about. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but, like, it's I almost teared up a few times during the recording of this. But please, if you can, don't demean someone for the color of their skin, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they look, stuff like that. Just try and be understanding of it. that's it. That's all I have to say. Silly out. Bye guys. Love you lots.